episode of Family Guy in here.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Clickipedia with Tori Crisp. This is the podcast where the topic is optional, the facts are questionable, and gosh, we have so much fun. My guest this week is the wonderful, the incredible. Those are the only two adjectives I know, apparently, because I've introduced every other guest that way. John Glover.
Thank you. Wow. Thanks for having a gay guy on the podcast. Finally. Yes.
Oh
Your
my
silence
God.
was deafening on
it
these
was
issues.
about time. It was about time.
Yeah.
My apologies to the LB community.
All the letters. I don't know. There's too many.
That was horrible. Hello, John. Of course, you are a stand-up comedian, improv comedian.
Yeah.
A person who does a regular job as well.
Yeah, I do. Which kind of, I think that reduces the efficacy of the first two things you said.
Oh,
you know,
does it?
If you're
the efficacy of your output in the comedy world.
Yeah, because I don't want to be working a full-time job and doing comedy at the same time.
What
How
are you gonna do? Are you
lame.
gonna quit?
Maybe. I did it once already, and I was like, oh, I hate this.
Oh, you quit already?
Yeah, like a year and a half ago.
And then you went back to the same job?
I did,
yeah. That is actually the lamest thing I've ever heard.
I know, but it was actually kind of good. I got like a good month off in between, which was pretty chill.
Oh my God. And you couldn't have just asked them for that time off? No, you had to like fully out yourself.
I had to sever. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to sever the tie there. And then you had to, crawl back to them. And
they asked me, I'll have you know.
They asked you?
What kind of? I mean, they were like, oh, but you're leaving for like nothing? Like no other job? I'm like, yeah, I hate it here. They were like, oh, okay, well, we can maybe put you somewhere else.
And are you happier now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm still working.
That's a nice.
So I can't, how happy can I be?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a nice corporate story though, that they, you've found a happier medium.
Yeah, I like capitalism when it works for me.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like gentrification, you know?
Yes, of course.
Can I say that? Gentrify the parts of my town that I like. They've done up the pub next door. It's real fucking nice.
Oh, and what are there noise restrictions though? Because there's a lot of that going on in Sydney at the moment. The councils are like cracking down.
I mean, no, that there should be. I was like 500 meters from my local pub last night, and I could hear the lads like screaming still.
Yeah.
I'd left. They were like watching
something.
Cricket. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
they were like
probably
very
cricket.
British looking.
Right.
And they were so fucking loud.
All the laddies.
Yeah, not for me.
You've done Melbourne International Comedy Festival this year, Sydney Comedy Festival. Have you got a second show that you're debuting
yes,
soon?
at Fringe this year.
Wow.
It went on sale yesterday. It's called Microsoft Orifice.
I love that. I saw that title. I wanted to bring it up because it is fantastic.
And they've I feel like there needs to be like workism in there. Like we were just talking about how fucking much I hate but love my job.
Sure.
And all I'm distracted about is that they have misspelled orifice on the Sydney Fringe comedy website.
I saw that too.
And it makes me look like an idiot. Yeah, double R.
I know.
I wrote it correctly in everything, and they sent every single little proof through except for that main part of the website.
Wow. Did they not copy and paste it?
You would think so.
Someone's there manually typing in all the names.
I know.
Oh my God.
Very weird. So now I need to like tail between my legs, like email them on Monday and be like, hi. I know I'm so annoying.
Actually,
but
there's an extra R in the name.
Sorry, it's just I don't want people to think that I'm an illiterate dead shit. I want them to think you're an illiterate dead shit.
Yeah.
Fringe.
Take it back. Well, now it's on the record, so
good, great. I also have some things to say about the Jews. No.
Oh my God. Okay, cool. And we can plug more stuff that you do at the end because you do so much all the time. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because it's such a funny name. I love it.
Thank you. I love to talk about myself.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. And I asked you on the pod, what made you, when I described it to you, what made you kind of go, oh yeah, I'd want to be on that thing?
What's that thing?
The podcast.
Oh, this. Like which of the things?
Which of the things on this thing right here that we're doing right now? What made you go, yes?
Yeah. This seems like stupid fun.
Yeah.
Underline
is.
the word stupid because it seems dumb. And you did get to ask me what topic we should start from, which I think really brought it close to my heart.
Yay, yes. And I like to tease the topic for everyone. So yeah, you immediately kind of came. I chucked out an option, just for ballparking, and you were like, no, I want to do something else. And you immediately came back with this.
What was your suggestion? I can't remember.
My suggestion was baptisms.
Oh, yeah, no, one and done. Boring.
One and done,
yeah.
yes.
That was 2007. I'm not interested in that anymore.
Yeah, baptized in 2007.
Which is not long enough ago.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you want to be further away from the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to happen before 2000, I think, for it to be like,
yeah.
that was your parents made you.
Yeah, exactly. It was a
Yeah.
90s thing. No,
Exactly.
2007 was firmly your choice.
Fully in year 9. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that what the cool kids were doing?
Honestly, yes.
Wow.
There's this thing.
In Frankston, everyone's just getting
Yes,
baptized.
there's like Frankston South, Victoria. It's very Bible belty.
Okay.
It's a little bit the Hills district, but like not as much money, I think. So there's a Hillsong flair in that kind of part of town.
Okay.
So all the cool kids went to the cool church,
Yeah.
and on Friday night would have basically like rock concerts. I sound so old saying the word rock
concert.
concerts. There I am,
that's
I'm
what
14,
they
I'm like,
call-
earplugs, this is too much.
That's what the church people call them. So you of
Yeah.
course call them that, yes.
Of
Rock
course, and
concerts.
everybody's getting baptized. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? That's so cute.
Thank you.
No, so I did suggest baptisms because I know that's something you went through. But then you came back and said this thing. Now, shall we teach? Let's tease it for people. It's going to be in the show title anyway, so people probably know exactly what it is. But we're throwing it back. We're throwing it back to the early noughties.
Yeah, pop
Yeah.
culture defining moment in media, I would say.
I believe so too. Yeah, it was four incredible people coming together and creating something wonderful.
That's right.
Critically panned, but
Was
wonderful.
it?
Well,
I don't know. I don't
know.
I only listen to My Inner Critic, and I think it's maybe the best film of
Amazing.
all time.
Wow, and it is a film.
Oh yeah,
And-
sorry, I spoiled that it's a
No,
film.
no.
It's a film, which it is.
It's a film, which it is. And what is the film, John?
The film is the 2002 blockbuster filmed right here in Brisbane.
Here in Brisbane, in
where we
Sydney.
are in Redfern in Sydney. Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
I think it's my favorite movie, which makes no sense because I've never seen the cartoons. And
I never they were kind of on in the background sometimes, but I never got into them. It was very much, I'm like, Monster of the Week, sort of the plot was always the same. I'm like, why would I engage with this storyline?
You're
with
like,
the
don't give me a
cartoons.
serial storyline. Nothing changes
No.
week to week. Like, I don't want a sitcom. I don't want the Simpsons.
No, but it was very much they're in a new place. There's a new monster. They catch the monster. It's always some guy ripping off his mask, and it's I don't know.
Have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movie.
Yeah.
I have seen the movie a while ago, but yeah, I've seen it.
Do you remember?
Much
so
better.
much better. The very
Yeah.
first 5 minutes is like that. It's there's a ghost in a toy factory.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it rips off the mask and
Rips
it's
off
Old
the
Man
mask and
Smithers.
yeah.
And then the rest of the movie is there's a real monster. We finally got real ones.
Yeah. It was
which
so
is
cool.
crazy. I was
Played by the incredible Rowan Atkinson.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I feel like you were a Mr. Bean kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, offense.
No, but it's the one thing that the whole family was just frothing at home, there's no one was skipping over Mr. Bean when they're changing the channels,
Totally. You know who loves Mr. Bean?
Who?
Mums.
Mums.
It's it's somehow offensiveless.
Offensive.
Offenseless.
Yeah.
Good, wholesome family fun, but it's about a man who's clearly missing a few synapses.
Yeah. Do you reckon they want to do they want to mother him? Is that what that's about? Or they just like the silliness? Do mums just want to be silly?
They just want to let go.
They just wanna let
let their
go.
hair down.
Yeah.
Come round for a shardy.
Little
We'll put on
shardy and a
Mr.
little
Bean.
Mr. Bean.
We're going to get wild.
More
I've
mums
locked the
need to-
kids in the basement.
More mums need to be doing that, honestly.
I agree.
Okay, so Scooby Doo, amazing. All right, I like to lead in with the top line description on Wikipedia of Scooby Doo. So basically, we have started We've done our own deep dives starting at Scooby Doo on Wikipedia, right? Yes. And, yep.
I'm excited for how fucked I got in my my deep dive.
Cool. I similarly got a little bit fucked funny, but fucked. And yeah, so Scooby Doo, the Wikipedia page says Scooby Doo, also known as Scooby Doo the movie, is it?
Okay.
In case you didn't know.
Thank you, Hollywood.
Is a 2002 American fantasy adventure comedy film based on the long-running animated franchise of the same name. The first installment in the Scooby Doo live-action film series. The film was directed by Raja Gosnell. From a screenplay by James Gunn, stars Freddie Prinze Jr. Prince.
I don't know.
It's got
a
Z,
right? Yeah, but I feel like I would say Prince.
Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, love, Matthew Lillard, and Linda Cardellini.
Love Linda Cardellini.
She is so great, yes.
So good.
Of course, also with Rowan Atkinson. Neil Fanning provides the voice of the titular character, Scooby-Doo. The plot revolves around Mystery Incorporated, a group of 4 young adults and a talking dog who solve mysteries, who reunite after a 2-year disbandment to investigate a mystery at a popular horror-themed tropical island resort.
Filmed on Tangalooma Island, which I went to like 6 months ago for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
In Queensland?
I lost my mind. I was like, that's the front. As soon as you get off the wharf, there's like the big hotel.
Wow.
And you can very clearly see that when they were here 20 years ago, they just kind of put like cardboard to look like monster teeth around the top of the archways and that sort of thing. And it's like, I'm literally at Spooky Island.
That's so
spooky.
Cool. It's so spooky. Did they have at the hotel? Did they have like memorabilia? Did they have photos of
Not
like
that
what
I
it
saw?
Oh well, that's a fucking missed
I took enough
opportunity.
that it's memorabilia now.
Yeah. But surely you would think that they would want to like show people that yes, the teeth were here.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Also, I take umbrage with Wikipedia calling it a talking dog. I don't know if that dog really talks. There's the semblance of words in there.
Like, that's the main one I remember.
I guess he can communicate, just not well.
But not well,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, it's a funny one, is it? Talking dog.
I'm also a big I think maybe the reason I love this movie so much is because it's so Australiana, even though it's like supposed to be like off the coast of California or something.
See, I was surprised that it was filmed in Queensland. I learned that from this search.
Oh,
I didn't know
learning
before.
everything every day.
Yeah, I know. That's why I do this podcast.
It's the only way I'll learn
I need
anything.
to learn something.
You're like, I didn't finish year 12. I'm going to start a podcast.
I actually did not. I finished, but I didn't graduate. Anyway.
What's the difference?
Oh gosh, I failed just enough classes that I didn't get my certificate.
Oh, that blows.
But I finished the whole year.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got a didn't finish high school but loves Mr. Bean sort of energy. Let's get Mum on the podcast. Ask her a few hard questions.
Oh my God. John, you're killing me. No, okay, so yeah, I'm learning something new every day. I learned that Scooby Doo was filmed in Queensland, which is, of course, something that you would learn at university if I had ever gone.
You don't need to. You don't need to anymore.
Anyway, where did you go?
Okay,
what was interesting about your search? What was the first thing that you kind of clicked onto?
I wanted to find the most the least obvious thing, I suppose, that was a hyperlink that went somewhere. And so I nearly clicked on the word disco ball because there just is one in the movie. And I'm like, why is this linked?
It's very 70s. Like, is it supposed to be set in the 70s? I don't think that's something that's ever
No, it's like
answered.
set in the day it comes out, but there's a lot of like...
groovy.
Yeah, it gets a little groovy in the plot at some point.
yeah.
So there's like a disco ball that is used as like a weapon.
Yeah.
And it's very fun, but I was like, why link to this on Wikipedia? Is there really someone who's reading the Scooby-Doo wiki and being like, now what's a disco ball?
No, what's a disco ball?
Is
But
that some
that's
sort
the
of
thing.
ball?
Like, it's like, of course, like if you wanted to know what a disco ball was, you could find out. But you didn't click on disco?
No, instead I clicked on...
So we're not learning about disco
No,
balls today.
no, we're not. Instead, I remembered reading the article. I clicked on the actress Holly Brisley. Do you know who that is?
No.
So she was in the movie. She played... how do I describe it? There's like a scene where they discover this like brainwashing camp thing.
Okay.
And there's a video that plays for everyone. And she's the host on the video telling everyone how to act groovy and 70s style and like really cool.
Cute.
And she's got this horrible graspy voice. This woman's like 30, but she sounds like Emma Stone will sound in 50 years. Like really like a pack a day sort of cigarettes. But she's like hot. It's crazy.
Is this her natural voice?
Yeah, this is her natural voice.
Okay.
So Holly Brisley was the host of Agro's Cartoon Connection in the 90s, the like Australian afternoon kids program.
Yeah. I love there's so many Australian actors in this as well.
Yeah. Michaela Bannis is in it.
Yeah. McLeod's daughters and yeah.
Who also is, speaking of Michaela Bannis, is now an intimacy coordinator for film and TV.
Love that.
Right?
Yeah.
I had to look up what that was.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It sounds, I guess you could figure it out.
Did you learn this from the
No, I just
search?
knew this.
You
I
just
figured
knew
this out a
this.
few
You
months
just knew
ago.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, intimacy coordinator is someone who like, you know, if you have scenes where you're touching, where you're being intimate, you go through and choreograph it basically. It's all choreography.
You're basically a fuck coach.
A fuck coach.
Yeah,
that's a nice way of.
I think so.
That's a cool way of putting it.
You'd want to be good at it, I think, to be an intimacy coordinator.
I think so. My friends are studying acting at the moment, and they have had sessions like this, and you know, literally, you know, they call the buttocks like the gluteus, the left gluteus, the right gluteus, like, you know, they use like proper terms like that, just to like separate any awkwardness from, like, just really make it full choreography, make sure everyone's comfortable.
Yeah, you know what's real sexy? Talking like a medicine
terms.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It kills the boner on the set.
Yeah, so it's like, it's fascinating how then that comes to, you know, really great. Have you seen Normal People?
No.
Oh my God, you got to watch Normal People because they had an intimacy coordinator on that, and it's like some of the most gorgeous intimacy and sex I've seen on screen.
Who's the guy in that?
Oh shit! Oh, what's his name?
Everyone was obsessed with him for like 15 years.
Yeah, Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Apparently he was in Australia and was like in all these pubs in Marrickville one afternoon, and I had like group chats going off being like, Paul Mescal spotted at like the Hawkes Brewery, and like all this other shit.
Yeah, he was here. I think he was filming something like last year or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
sounds about right.
Yeah. No, he's so cool and he's an amazing actor. But yeah, it's some of the best sex I've seen on screen. But they would have had
category non-porn.
Yes, category non-porn.
Yeah.
And yeah, they would have gone through all of that with all the terms. So yeah, it's interesting how like such a clinical sort of process, I guess, of intimacy coordination can turn out to be really, really hot.
Yeah. I wonder what the average salary is for that. I don't know. I can't. I feel like it's not much.
Let's do a Michaela Bannis after.
Yeah. Michaela Bannis fucking cutting coupons at the Woolies. I'm an interested in coordinator.
Oh dear.
But Holly Brisley.
Okay, Holly Brisley.
She is nobody. So she like hosted this thing in Australia. She did a few other little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I think calls herself an actress, but she's done a lot of hosting.
Okay.
And then I realized from her Wikipedia, I know nothing about her other than the two things that I've said about her so far.
Sure.
She, in like 2010-ish, climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
Oh, wow.
Randomly. Yeah.
Do you know all these like articles about Everest have been coming up on my feed lately, and I'm like, should I climb Everest?
I think you should climb Everest.
I think I should climb Everest. It is a sign. It is a sign. Everything is a sign.
Your co-star today was like, you will decide to climb Mount Everest. And you're like,
Everest.
it's a sign.
Yeah. And not in the metaphorical sense either. In the literal sense. Go die on Everest.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful. I don't even know where Mount Kilimanjaro is, to be honest.
I think it's in Africa somewhere, maybe South Africa. I think it's the highest mountain in on the African continent.
Sure. If you'd have told me it was in Australia, I'd be like, okay.
No, we have
Kosciuszko?
Kosciuszko, that's the one. Yeah. That's ours. That's our highest
great,
one.
Great.
Yeah, which is measly.
It sucks.
Yeah. No, we love it. Brumbies and all that stuff. Horses, wild horses. Never mind. I was a horse girl when I was a kid. Never mind.
You give me horse girl that loves Mr. Bean and didn't finish high school. Did you also have a ghost sighting as a teenager? I reckon you saw a ghost.
As a teenager? No, I didn't
really?
actually.
Okay.
Yeah, no. You don't know
Wow,
everything.
sorry.
You don't know everything.
I was literally about to say, doing this deep dive earlier on Wikipedia made me realize how little I know about so many things. I don't like learning.
Yes.
I don't read.
You know, Kate Dolan in episode 1, she said the same thing. She said, you know, just doing this search made me realize how thick I am. And I'm like, yeah, it really does.
Are, yeah.
We all are.
Fucking pick up a book, Kate Dolan. Yeah.
But John, did you go to university?
I did. I have a Bachelor of Professional Communication.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, and you still feel like a dumb cunt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't learn anything except how to speak, and even then, I can't do that properly.
No.
It's just a 3-year degree in talking.
Yeah. Wow. Maybe I should take it.
Oh, it's cheap.
It's cheap? Okay,
It's cheap.
cool.
And you'll never earn enough to get over the HEX threshold with that degree.
Sick.
So don't worry, it's free.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let's think about it. Where were we? Back to Kilimanjaro.
She was on Kilimanjaro.
Yes.
And Holly Brisley, may she rest in, no, she's alive. She had like a near-death experience because she got so high that the altitude like fucked with her body.
Yeah.
And she had what's called a pulmonary edema. I've never heard of that in my life.
Edema?
Or edema, E-D-E-M-A.
Edema? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the link I went to after that because I was like, what the hell is that? I should learn. It's basically fluid in the lungs.
Yeah.
But in like a you might die sort of way.
Fuck.
So I think she was like treated for like quite a while from what it sounds like.
Wow. So you went to pulmonary edema.
I did.
Edema.
And
Okay.
I just, you know, as I said earlier,
Yeah.
I don't like to learn. So I really glossed over that page.
Glossed over that page. All right. Well, I'll tell you where I went. So, I mean, first of all, I spent a little bit of time on the Scooby Doo page, and I should have said this before, but that's fine. I love how how people put things into Wikipedia, right? Like they're trying to put the most concise information that'll give you like the broadest overview of a thing, right? So there's a section on the thing with plot, and I just, like we all know, like it's 70s vibes and like, yeah, groovy this, whatever. But, you know, one of the plot points is, you know, meanwhile, Shaggy falls for a girl named Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, how on the nose can you be? It's like so funny. It's like,
honestly,
like a movie made for kids and it's all about pot.
Well, apparently it was supposed to be like way more like M-rated, and then they cut it down a lot after they...
I want to see that cut. I want to see the director's
Same.
cut.
Velma was supposed to be like in love with Daphne.
Wow.
And they removed it.
And they removed it because it was 2002
Yeah.
and they were homophobes.
Literally, they did test screenings.
Fuck.
And all the mums were like, no.
No.
hate
Mums
it."
ruin everything.
They do. Go back to Mr. Bean, you cunt.
Like, we're just here to watch Rowan Atkinson, not Velma fall in love with her
Yeah,
best
exactly.
friend.
Skip to the end where we hate Rowan Atkinson because he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers for a 21-year-old movie.
And then Scrappy Doo comes into it. So Scrappy Doo is Scooby's nephew.
Is he like in the cartoons?
He is in the cartoons.
Okay.
Well, like there's like, I think like there's like a spin-off cartoon where it's like Scooby and Scrappy or whatever it's called, and like they have their own little cartoon where they do the little dog adventures. Just dogs
Little
only.
dog adventures, yeah.
Yeah.
No cats allowed.
No cats allowed. Yeah, dogs only with a Z. Dogs only.
Is there ever a cat in the Scooby-Doo universe? I feel like that would be a game changer.
That would be. No, that would have to be. That should be the ultimate monster. Should be a cat.
Yes. And then the
Why
cat
do they
rips
not-
off its mask at the
Yeah.
end. Old Man Smithers.
Old Man Smithers. Yes. Why have they not done this? Or, you know, they probably have. But
Probably. I'm not Googling it. Again, I'm not learning.
I went to, from here though, because the screenplay was written by James Gunn. And this guy, I was like, I know that name. And he is associated with DC. He is head of DC Studios at the moment. DC, of course, being
Superman and stuff.
Superman
right?
and stuff. Yeah. Superman, Batman, not, you know, the Marvel sort of Iron Man and stuff.
All the shit versions.
All the
of
shit
it, yeah.
superhero movies.
Sorry,
no,
James Gunn.
it's fine. No, it's sorry, James Gunn. I would be happy to be cast in any of them.
Sorry, James Gunn. I am available. I can
actually
move to
love
Los
you.
Angeles at any point.
But he's also, so James Gunn, you know, I skimmed over his page. I already knew a bit about him. He was associated with Marvel in the first instance, and I was like, "Ooh, rivalry!" Like, I didn't know that people could be in competing franchises like that. So that was interesting because he directed all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah,
It doesn't
They're
seem like my thing.
pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, you're not a fan of superhero movies?
I'm not a fan of like space but dumb. Does that make sense? If I see a space movie, I need it to be like that movie Sunshine.
Interstellar. Right. Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I think you could give it a go and get back to me.
So is watching Frasier for like the 10th time.
Sure.
Which is what I'm doing currently.
Okay. Well, that's how you want to spend your time. Yeah. Anyway, so James Gunn, pretty cool guy. I found out that he was previously married to Jenna Fisher of The Office fame.
Oh.
Yeah. Pam in The Office.
Okay.
Yeah. They were married for like the best part of the noughties and they divorced in 2008.
Huh.
So yeah.
She would have just missed the Scooby Doo train. She could have been in that movie.
She could have been in it. No, I think they were married when he was like writing the screenplay or like when that was being, I know.
I can see her in the Mary Jane role.
She would have been a good Mary Jane. Why was she? This is interesting because James Gunn has cast his brother in like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and stuff. Yeah.
Is his brother the tree?
No. His brother's just a one of the side characters. It's not very important, but because that would have been controversial to cast your own brother.
Casting.
Huge nepo, even though it already is.
Yeah.
But yeah, why didn't he? He's sexist. That's why he didn't put Jenna in the Mary Jane role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men hate their wives.
Men hate their wives.
Yeah.
And they did hate each other because they divorced.
Of course, yeah.
No, actually, it says that they were still friends afterwards. So I went to Jenna Fisher. And then I jumped around a bit. So I'll just tell you quickly. I went to Jenna Fisher and then found out that Fisher helped her ex-husband, James Gunn, cast Rainn Wilson, also from The Office, in Gunn's film in 2010 after they divorced. And I was like, again, with the Nepo stuff.
After they divorced?
Yeah.
Was that, oh my God, don't tell me, what's that? Was it that superhero movie? Oh no, there's a movie called Super.
Super, that's it.
Oh, it is that?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
That movie is crazy. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
It is really funny and crazy and really gory as well.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yes.
Yes? Because then I went on it and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if they've all helped each other out and it turns out to be a shit movie? Like, again, the Nepo stuff and it just fails. But then
don't you hate that nepotism always works?
Oh my God.
Where are my famous parents and ex-husbands casting me in shit?
And not just you, but like critics liked it as well. So it's like, really.
It was really good.
Damn. All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Elliot Page is in it.
Oh, great.
As like his little sidekick.
Sick.
And is like obsessed with Rainn Wilson. Like it's really just funny. It's like a teenage girl being like, oh, you're the best. We should go like kill some bad guys. And gets like too intense.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's like a Tumblr core era like fandom girl, but like next to you. You know, not online.
Yeah. And for Rainn Wilson as well, who's just like he's just a funny guy. He's a funny looking guy.
I've
someone being
watched
obsessed with it.
I can't.
Really?
I think it's like
John.
I think it's like too close to home. I'm like, I don't want to watch these people not like each other. That's so cringe to me.
Yeah, you're living that every day.
Yeah. I have no friends, so I don't like watching The Office. I'm sorry. No, you know what it is? People who work in offices talk about The Office like it's fucking Shakespeare.
Because it is.
Shakespeare would like a word with you. He's gonna fucking key your car downstairs.
No, but it's very funny. You know what's the Australian version of The Office is Utopia.
I do love Utopia.
Utopia is fantastic.
Although that's another thing I've tried to watch again from the start recently, and I'm like, oh, this is too much.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I actually went to binge it and I'm like, whoa, I just need to like do 2 episodes at once and that's it. Like literally. I need to let it sit because it's just too real.
Yeah.
I've been in those, like, we've all been there. The government is very poorly run and managed. But anyway, Jenna Fisher. And then I went to, where did I go? I think I went back. No. Oh yeah, Jenna Fisher also obviously has a degree from some university in the US. I didn't care. And
I don't care. Women can have degrees, whatever.
I think
I chose not to.
I know, but I think she had like a Bachelor of Arts or something, and I was like, you know what? I don't know enough about the Bachelor of Arts, so that's where I went next. But,
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think people who have a Bachelor of Arts know much about a Bachelor of Arts.
Yep. So I just did a little skim there, but
okay.
But let's go back to you. Where were you? Pulmonary
Edema. It sounds too much like enema.
Yeah,
so
I know. That's why I was like, did they misspell it? Like orifice?
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually meant to be an enema.
I really need Wikipedia to have what Google has, where you can play like a little... You can touch a picture of an ear and then someone says the word out loud.
Says the word. Because they do have the phonetic like spelling at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, the ear, but it's like it's like words.
Again, failed high school.
You knew it and I didn't.
Yeah, I feel like some pages do have that. They at least have the spelling, but maybe they don't have the ear.
Oh yeah, they like write down how to say it out loud. I don't know if this one did, but one of the treatments apparently, if you have a really, really bad like fluid in your lungs, is morphine. So I went to morphine.
Love that.
Right? We stand morphine in
this
house. Bit scary.
Bit spooky.
And again, I was trying to find the weirdest thing on the page that seemed the most unrelated.
Yeah.
And I need to show you, there's a subsection on the morphine page about addiction.
Okay.
And at the very top of the page is an image that is not referenced in the text whatsoever.
Okay.
And it's a painting called Before the Morphine by Santiago something. And it's just this weird painting of a woman looking chill.
Yeah. I'll put it up on the on the screen as well if you're watching on YouTube.
I don't understand. Like, she looks quite normal. She's just sitting in bed
She's just
upright.
sitting there.
She's like drinking from a cup or something.
Do you know, she literally looks like me every day when I'm not outside. Like, I am in my bed. I'm like just tucked up in a corner and I'm like on my laptop or I'm reading a book.
Yeah.
No, I'm not reading a
You're
book.
like a
I never read a
16th
book.
century negligee like she is.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't...
Very sexy, just sitting there by myself.
So apparently the painting looks sad. Like, now I'm interpreting art, which I've never done before. And I'm like, why would you paint this?
It's very dark. Like the tones are very dark and it's really kind of... She looks lonely.
Yeah, where she's sitting, the entire top half of her is kind of shrouded in shadow. So it looks to me like the artist, Santiago, is saying, before morphine, life sucks. And after morphine, life's great.
Amazing.
It's like, this is the original glorifying addiction.
Yeah.
I think.
So before morphine, that's a really... What were they thinking? Did you click on the artist?
No.
Okay, well...
Because I don't care about art or
I know.
artists.
And that is like literally just...
Paintings anyway.
That's the worst part about this podcast, honestly, is that, you know, if you're curious about something but you don't click on it, we're not going to go back and...
I know.
You can do that search yourself.
Well, I found a weirder word in there. There was a mention of one of the disorders that you can treat with morphine if it's really bad.
Wow.
Which is something called rhinorrhea. Rhinorrhea.
Now, rhino, I do know, is something to do with the nose, the nasal area.
Like rhinoplasty.
Like rhinoplasty and just rhinoceroses and whatnot.
And rhea is in the same suffix from diarrhea. It landed. That's right. It's shitting rhinos. Do you hate when that happens? You know, when you eat rhino.
Me yet. I cannot wait for the day.
Yes. That all rhino diet, that'll do it to you. And they had a photo too. They had a photo of rhinorrhea on the page, and I'm so excited to show you this photo.
2 girls, 1 rhinorrhea.
So close. It's so close up. It's just
I'll put that on the thing as well.
It's just 2 nostrils very close up with like mucus.
Very wet.
Very
nostrils,
wet. Yeah.
Very wet.
It looks like adjacent childbirths.
Because you know what that looks like.
I do. Thank you so much. I was born. I went out the sunroof, actually. I don't know what it looks like. But
never touched a vagina in your life?
No. I think that's platinum.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're platinum gay? Is that what that means?
I believe so.
Amazing. God, you're so much better than everyone else.
I'm so worldly. But I thought was stupid on that page. You know how Wikipedia's got the see also section down the bottom?
Yeah.
I was like, God, what fucking links are in the rhinorrhea page?
Yeah.
And there's only one, and it's just the word sniffle.
Oh,
I know.
That's so cute.
Why is that so adorable?
Sniffle. Did you go to Sniffle?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
And
That's cute.
Now, I've got some opinions about this. I've got sniffle opinions.
You've got sniffle opinions.
So
please.
Here's a paragraph that I wrote down from the page.
Yeah.
The sound of sniffles can trigger fight or flight reactions or anger, with results up to and including involuntary violence in some people with misophonia. Do you know what misophonia is?
I do know what that is. Yes.
Oh.
For anyone listening who has it.
Oh my God, you just triggered so many people to drive their cars off a bridge.
I'm sorry. No, I want you to love this podcast. I'll never do that again. No, but misophonia is the fear of, not the fear of, but the hatred of the sound of people like chewing and like using their mouths and really
it's
wet.
It's an emotional response. I went to misophonia.
Emotional,
after this.
okay, yes.
It's like an emotional and behavioral response to sound that you like triggers you.
Right, so it doesn't have to be chewing.
Doesn't have to be chewing, although I think
because
that
it can be
is
sniffing.
the most. Yeah, it can be sniffles. Yeah, it can be
Yeah.
sniffles. It can be chewing. Most people that I know that are like, I have misophonia. It's always chewing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you eat, bitch. Get used to it.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Calm down.
I had an ex that was super
Misophonic.
misophonic. Yeah. He was.
Oh my
and every single
God.
time. And I'm a big snacker. I eat a lot of chips. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah. It's kind of
Everyone's
your-
talking about it.
Oh shit! I didn't know I would have had chips for
Thank
you.
you. We could have really ruined some lives on this podcast. And he would always I would be like sitting next to him on the couch watching TV, and I'm eating like Doritos or something, and he's like, "Can you just sit at the other end of the couch?
Oh my God.
Get that away from me." It's so fucking annoying. I think my problem is I think most people with misophonia are bored and made it up. Christopher Roberts, if you're watching this, you made up your misophonic disorder. I'm sorry. Fucking chew something soft. That's weird too.
Bored.
He was bored.
Wow.
It's a 21st century this could be something that I feel, so I'll feel that.
What's because you went to the misophonia page, on the history of it, is there any recorded instances of this pre 1990?
I love that you chose 1990.
Oh, why?
Because it's so much earlier, closer to now or later, however you want to call it. It was coined it was invented, I guess, by these doctors in 2002.
Wow.
Sorry, but post 9/11, we've come up with every disorder, haven't we? There's other stuff to focus on.
Yeah.
If you're inventing shit still, get in a different field. And to add to why I think it's fake, the doctors came up with it, but they labeled it, I guess, in conjunction with a classical musician. So they got an audio expert, I guess, a classical musician / poet named Guy Lee, British, who coined the term for them.
Why did he get that job?
Exactly. How fake.
That's
Go make art. Don't create
art.
disorders for people.
What the fuck?
Now every fucking Gen Z person I know is
Reckons that-
don't chew near me. Because some classical musician wanted to be famous in 2002.
What the fuck do you know?
What do you know? You're
What
a
do you
poet,
know?
cunt. Literally. Oh. Anyway.
That makes me so angry.
Me too. I don't like learning this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just whatever.
Can we go back for a second? Because I forgot to ask you something when we were on morphine. Because I didn't know rhinorrhea is one of the conditions that can be treated by morphine. I didn't know morphine could treat things. I guess treat pain, but I didn't know that it could actually cure things other than pain or do something other than be a sedative.
You know, now that you say it, it's very possible I've just kind of misinterpreted.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
morphine
fine.
is pain treatment, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or maybe
so
is rhinorrhea so painful that it would require an opioid?
Yeah.
My nose hurts.
Do you ever? Oh my god! Sometimes though, I'll get at the tip of my nose, just inside here. It'll become dry and it'll actually crack. You know when you got a cracked lip? Do you ever get that?
Yes.
On your nose?
I had it 2 days ago because then I'm going like this when I'm in
so
public.
Painful.
Just
I
touching
know.
my
I'm just touching
fingertip.
because it's sore.
Yeah, I've got
Need
a
some
really
morphine.
sexy rhinorrhea going on. I'm like,
need some morphine.
yes, a little just an injection
Go
straight in the nostril.
Straight in the nostril.
I think that's fine.
That's Interesting. Maybe I'll go look that up after, like, what can morphine do? Because I, like, you know, we're all doing Botox and fillers. I mean, I haven't yet, but
we're all doing opioids.
We're all doing opioids. Like, yeah, it's like, what's the next big thing?
I know.
What is it? Maybe we can figure it out.
Maybe it's this podcast.
Oh my God, stop.
Let me pause there because then
let's pause.
I really changed into a different direction after
Okay. I'll tell you. So I was on Bachelor of Arts, yada, yada, yada. Basically, Australia offers a lot of 3-year Bachelor of Arts degrees, and most other countries in the world have them be 4 years.
Really?
So I guess we're really dumb.
Yeah, what are we not learning?
I don't know. But yeah, like, and then not like the kind of big countries like America, Canada, Australia, I guess, yeah, all the white people are really dumb. And every other country is spending the time and actually learning whatever they learn in a Bachelor of Arts.
Those things,
you know,
those airy-fairy things, it's all very abstract.
Yeah.
What do you reckon's the smartest country? Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Do you know what? I'm gonna say it's gotta be, I'm gonna say Finland. Because, like, just as a culture, the way they've set up their society, or maybe Iceland, or you know what I mean? Like, they actually, like, I don't care how individually smart they are, but as a society, they've figured out how they should treat people, what they should prioritize. It's childcare, it's healthcare, it's you know, all the social supports and stuff.
True.
Call me a lefty.
I feel like there's no idiots in Finland.
You read There's No Idiots.
I feel like there's none.
You feel like there's none.
Because school is free. University is free. It's all free.
It's all free. Well, or, like, you know, heavily subsidized.
Yeah. And all of their teachers are paid like doctors.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, but I feel like, yeah, even if you are a little dum-dum, then, you know, that's okay because the system is there to support you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We have enough healthcare to put you down humanely.
Yes.
You dumb little
fucking fuck.
Dumbass. Yeah. You little Finnish twat.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Go
nine-eyes. Here in Australia, so I feel like we're just, you know, we're just allowing them to roam around freely. And I include myself in that category.
Didn't finish school.
Me down. Oh my God. Yeah, so that was all I really cared to learn about the Bachelor of Arts page.
You just learned more than hundreds of thousands of Australians did in their Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I can put it together with opinions, which a lot of people can't do. And then I went back to James Gunn. So I was on Bachelor of Arts, Jenna Fisher, James Gunn. I went back to James Gunn. I found something really fucking funny on his page. Just this caught my eye. James Gunn's, sorry, that just twisted my tongue. James Gunn's PG porn.
What?
Yeah.
I have no words. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, PG? Like, the fact, even without James Gunn's before it, I'm like, what is that?
PG porn. James Gunn's PG porn is a web series created by brothers James Gunn, Brian Gunn, and Sean Gunn. It consists of a series of pornography spoofs with a humorous event occurring just before the supposed commencement of pornographic sexual acts.
That sounds great.
How funny is that? Oh my God.
I want to watch that.
Yes, I know, right? And each episode, yada, yada, yada. Okay, the tagline is, for people who love everything about porn except the sex.
Oh, which I would assume is a very small population.
Small population. Yeah. For all the aces out there.
Yeah. You want a romantic story?
Yeah.
What is it, like the pizza guy comes and like gets invited in and then like a meteor hits the house?
Yeah. The plumber, my dishwasher's broken or whatever. Or like, you know, woman gets stuck in washing machine is one that I've seen far too often.
Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Woman gets stuck in washing machine.
As a porn category, yes. But
like head
in
first?
real head first. Yeah.
Oh, her ass
I'm
out,
stuck. Can you help me? Oh yeah, sure. And then they just like, you know, go in. It's never consensual either. They don't know that it's happening. They always get out of the washing machine. They're like, why am I wet? Yeah.
She can't feel anything.
Which is such an interesting dichotomy because you have obviously people are faking it in porn all the time because they're, you know, coming from penetration only, and that rarely happens for women if you didn't know, and then you have people who are being penetrated in a washing machine and they're not even feeling it at all. So which is it? Porn? Which is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. She must be a great actress. And that actress was Jenna Fisher.
Jenna Fisher. Do you know what's so funny?
Casting again.
Yeah. So this PG porn came out shortly after their divorce as well. So I feel like he was maybe like sexually frustrated or something. Something's happened and he's like, I need to make something about porn. But then
also,
made it
can
PG.
we talk about the fact that this guy made porn spoofs and was then talking quite actively about porn that he would know and that kind of thing with his brothers.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would have starred in it as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
So uncomfortable.
So each episode pairs a mainstream actor with a pornographic actress or model. So literally it was just an excuse for them to meet porn stars.
Oh, 100%.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, they would get an actual porn actress in.
That's what Wikipedia says.
Right.
Yeah.
So that I guess you can like red herring the audience and be like, look, it's a real porn.
Yeah.
Because there's a real actress that you probably recognize.
Yeah.
And then just pull the plug at the last minute.
Yeah.
The blue balls.
The blue balls.
From that.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny.
And now this man is directing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, has directed, and now he's in charge of DC, Superman,
Huge.
Flash.
I think
Batman.
he did the Spider-Man movies like 20 years ago as well, possibly.
The Sony ones.
Yeah. I think so.
I didn't. I must have skipped over that.
I don't know. That's
Maybe he
Marvel,
did.
right?
It used to be Sony, now it's under the Marvel umbrella, yeah. Disney.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's fucking...
Too much.
They're all buying each other out, and now it's just one... You got the what's it called? Duopoly, basically.
I don't get it.
I know.
And now like Spider-Man is appearing in like X-Men movies or vice versa or something. And I'm like, this is too...
Yeah.
these
Well,
universes
X-Men is
shouldn't
part of
cross over.
Marvel, so Spider-Man can be in... I know.
Yeah.
They're all crossing over and
Can we not?
into
Can
the
we just have separate
multiverse now. I
universes?
know.
Yeah.
I liked the simple storyline.
Can I park my brain at the door and just watch some people get punched in the face
Yeah.
for hopefully 85 minutes? Like,
85
I'm sick of this fucking
tops.
3 hour.
Tops.
We're doing
Oh my
Lord of the Rings
God.
every time Thanos comes to Earth. I hate it.
No, it is funny though, because we will binge, 10-hour-long episodes of a huge, season. But we will refuse to sit down and watch a 3-hour movie.
Which is what I refuse to do, correct?
Yeah.
I've got 40 minutes left on
What
Lord of
does
the
that
Rings
say
3.
about us? On what?
Lord of the Rings 3. I never finished it.
Don't.
Oh, really? not that good?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I watched them all like 2 months ago for the first time and then
Yeah.
just, I think we were like, fuck, let's go to bed. So fucking tired.
Yeah.
And then just never finished it.
Never finished it.
Yeah. I'm sure it ends well. Everything, like, hooray. Heroes.
People are happy. Yeah, heroes.
He threw the ring in the lava and then good things happened.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's the part you missed.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's it. But you know what happens? Like, you've seen it bandied about. You know what I mean? Like, actually, no. There is a funny part at the end where they're all like smiling and like this, like the lights shining through. It kind of looks like heaven almost, and there's like all this stuff happening. They're just like, they literally just start laughing with each other.
Oh.
So like gaily, and I mean that in both the happy
In a
and the
homophobic
gay
way, yeah.
Yeah.
They're laughing really faggily around down the Mordor or whatever the fuck.
No, but they're just being so gay, happy and gay all together, and it's actually is quite funny. I can't help but laugh every time that scene. Every time.
All
I
right,
watch
fine,
that
I'll
scene.
finish it.
Yeah,
I'll
go
tell
finish
you.
it. Go
okay.
finish it. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'll just say. So I finished very close to the end of my search, but I spent a long time on this other thing. So after James Gunn's PG porn, I went back to Scooby Doo, and then I clicked on Queensland because why the hell not?
Why not?
Why the hell not? But where did you go? What was the little turn that you're?
Now, I will say, as much as I don't like learning,
Search took.
I learned a lot because
Yeah.
Guy Lee, the classical musician who coined misophonia,
Yes.
because he
Love
was
that guy.
alive, he was born in like 1915 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he died in 2005.
Oh, so that's why they let him name it, because he was so close to
So
death.
old.
Yeah.
If you're that old,
Yeah.
oh, maybe it's like his legacy.
That's
You know
what I mean. Like they're
Yeah.
like, oh, we got to give him something.
Yeah, he really
like-
wanted to amount to something, and poetry
Yeah.
and classical music wasn't enough.
Do you reckon maybe he always wanted to be a scientist?
Maybe.
And he saw you approach someone, he's like, hey guys, I'm about to die. They've given me a year to live, and I just want to get involved somehow. They're like, okay, dude, name this thing that's like associated with sound. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like going through his notes. Like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what does this mean
Yeah.
in Latin? You know.
Yeah.
That's what Hitler should have done. I mean, he couldn't get into art school.
Yeah.
So we did this, these other things.
Yeah. This came up in the very previous episode. Yeah.
Great.
Hitler again. I know. Yeah. He couldn't get in. So he
give
went
him
and
the opportunity
murdered
to name something.
6 million people.
So
Just
anyway,
give people things.
Give people what they want, and they won't turn into crazy monsters.
Including us.
Guy Lee joined the British Army when he was like 25 or something, and was drafted into the Second World War.
Wow.
So I'm glad I already mentioned Hitler as like a little
So
slide
you went to World War II.
I did, because I was like, I don't really know. I know what happened, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Like what?
Brain
Turns
too
out
small.
a lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff. It's genuinely, I think, the longest page on Wikipedia, and I would like someone to fact check that.
Yeah.
Because I was scrolling for ages on the train.
Yeah, if anyone's listening,
why have I not finished this yet?
Yeah. I'm sure there's probably I can Google it after.
Please.
Or you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. Listeners, fact check that.
Someone
for us.
fact check this. Someone ABC fact check this.
Is it the longest page on Wikipedia?
I reckon it is. And now the place that I went to from here got a little bit fucked.
Okay.
Because there's lots of I could go anywhere with the Second World War. I don't know.
Yeah. You could go happy, you could go sad, you could go factual, you could go.
Is there happy? I'm not sure if there is.
There's probably like happy stories in amongst all of it. Like you could probably click on.
There was a dedicated page for Death of Adolf Hitler. That's its own page.
That's happy.
Yeah, that's happy.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Instead, I clicked on the Nanjing Massacre. Do you know about this?
Oh, yeah.
Your face just said content warning on the podcast. Okay, how do I talk about this?
I've heard about the Nanjing Massacre.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only reason I've heard about it is because I have been to Nanjing in China.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, which is a lot of fun. It's a
Yeah.
cool place. They've got a what's like a museum but sad? Memorial.
Yeah.
They've got one of those for the massacre. And so that was a fun day walking around. And my God,
amazing.
just the things that like, I find it so funny that we love the Japanese. You know what I mean? Like,
we love Japan so much.
we love them.
We love them.
Pikachu, ramen, pop music.
Yeah.
It's all fucking, it's coming out of there.
I couldn't think of a single thing. Thank you for listing those things.
But meanwhile, like when I think about Japan in history, I think about Pearl Harbor, and I feel like that's where most people would go, right?
I personally, because I'm from Darwin, think about the Darwin bombing.
Oh,
because Darwin is one of the only places to ever be touched by like by
war
like from like other countries and stuff. You know, this is post colonization, obviously. Pre-colonization, different story, but yeah.
They were so just like I learned this going to the memorial, and then also there's more on the Wikipedia page that I had not picked up. But my God, Japan invading what was the capital of China at the time, and just did the most unspeakable.
Brutal. So unspeakable.
Give me an R, give me an A, give me a P. Like they about 80,000 women in like a month.
Yes. And they also loved to bury people in the ground from their neck down. And so only your head was above ground. So it was a perfect kicking height.
Oh, my God.
And they would boot you to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
which
horrible.
Hopefully wouldn't take long because your brain would just shut the fuck down.
You'd hope so.
You'd hope so.
I just can't imagine. Like, I guess when you're in the military, there's a part of your brain that is extremely fucked. Because you joined the military.
Would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I would think that these kind of violent acts are a bit of a far cry from like what you like to see and do. Meanwhile, there were these men who had killing competitions.
Yes.
How many? There was 2 Japanese soldiers who had a competition to see who can kill 100 people with a sword the fastest.
I've heard about this competition.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm trying not to say a lot of stuff. I'm like smiling as I say it. That's why I spelled the word before I said it, and then I said it anyway.
Yeah. No, but you know what's so funny is like so much fun in a video game. But this was real life.
Exactly. They say video games are going to turn us violent, but like they didn't have those in 1937.
They didn't have those back then. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, art imitates life. Life happened first, then the art came.
Literally, life happened first. But yeah, then that's why Beijing is the capital now, because Nanjing was just destroyed effectively.
Destroyed, and they didn't want to like be reminded that that's
the place of the
place of
badness.
Yeah.
Well, the Japanese didn't take it over in the end, but I think they just ruined enough of the city that China was like, fine, we'll go.
I can't believe it's actually amazing that everyone loves Japan now.
I know.
Like,
they're so cute and fun.
I know. Like, well, yeah, they're so
polite.
They're so polite. And then everyone like shits on Germany still.
Yeah.
Like,
and
what is that
shits
about?
on China.
Everyone shits on China.
We hate the Chinese in Australia, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. They're so cute and nice and polite and yeah.
Not that I'm saying we should hate the Japanese, but like...
No, but like it's double standards.
Yeah,
it's double standards. We hate double standards. We don't have the Japanese.
Exactly.
We hate double standards.
I mean, of course I love the Japanese.
Yes.
Pikachu, ramen, music. Yeah.
Oh my
but
God.
something interesting I learned about that, because there's a section on that page on Wikipedia about international relations as an aftermath of this.
Yes.
Australia, of all places.
What do? We helped them.
No.
No.
In fact, we did the opposite, which is, this is really surprising, because Australia doesn't do anything good, you know?
No.
Up until then, Australia had been providing Japan with what's called pig iron.
Pig iron.
Yeah, I don't understand what that is.
Okay.
And for some reason, pig iron was not a hyperlink on this page. Otherwise, I would have clicked on it.
Yeah, that's atrocious. I want to know what that is.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd rather just invent what it is in my head.
Yeah.
They provided pig iron from Port Kembla in New South Wales and were shipping it to Japan because they were using it to build military equipment.
Oh
So
my God.
Australia was kind of helping them build guns and swords and shit at the time.
Yeah.
And so after that massacre, I clicked on this. It's called the Dalfram Dispute of 1938.
Okay.
What is Dalfram? Don't know.
Don't know.
Something Australian. Maybe
Don't
it's
know.
the...
Who cares?
I think it's the company maybe that made the pig iron. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Yeah, something like that. But they basically, all the workers went on strike because of the horrible atrocities Japan were doing in Nanjing, China.
Workers unite.
Workers united.
Yeah.
And they stopped shipping the pig iron on
iron.
the SS Pig Slop,
Pig slop.
fucking over to wherever in Japan. What's pig, like, are they bloodletting pigs for the iron? I don't know.
Yeah, in my mind, it's iron they've taken out of the ground and then they are like putting it in a big fire pit with all the unused pig parts.
And
it's
like what, smelting it?
It's a blend of, it's smelted pig and rock or metal.
It's a blacksmith's, but for pigs.
For pigs. And don't ask me why I think that's what it is. I don't know what purpose that would serve, but that's what I think they did.
I don't know either, but it sounds delicious.
It sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be made into cutlery that you eat like breakfast with, so that you don't even need bacon on your plate. You just taste it with every bite because it's infused into the spoon and the fork and the knife.
I like that.
Is that cool?
Every time it's on your tongue, you get a little flavor sensation.
Yeah.
Okay. And then can you eat the cutlery after?
No, the cutlery's...
It's cutlery.
It's lifetime cutlery. It's normal cutlery, but it tastes like bacon.
I love this. More things that we put in our mouth should be salted.
Be salted, yes.
You
I
know?
know. Do you know I've only recently started like deliberately adding salt to my meals? I don't know why, but I just like didn't need that flavor before. This is like the whitest thing I've ever said in my life. Not even salt. I won't even use salt.
No, I did pepper once and it was too much. No, too spicy for me.
No, I would happily do spices.
It gave me rhinorrhea.
Morphine, stat!
Yeah. You're painted on your deathbed like that Victorian woman, and you're like, I had too much salt, too much pepper.
No, I actually like spices. I will clear the record. I actually like spices, but I don't know why. But like, I just thought that there was enough salt. You know why? Because I cook with a lot of butter, and like I'm like, there's a lot of salt going in other ways. But I've recently started like adding a little bit extra, which maybe my doctor would advise against. But
That's fine. Salt brings out flavor.
Great. Yeah, it brings it out.
Yeah.
I know. So anyway, if anyone wants me to cook for them, now you can rest assured there will be salt in it.
Well, I mean, I ended on something a little bit happier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's nice that the Australians just put the kibosh on fucking helping Japan make weapons. And the Attorney General of Australia at the time, aka the big boss that just makes decisions over the Prime Minister whenever it comes in, was Robert Menzies, who was later Prime Minister.
Yes, he was. Okay, can I tell you where I went? Because I went somewhere a little bit fucked as well, and then we can end happy.
Sure.
Sound good? So you went to Robert Menzies.
I did.
Okay, all right. So we'll come back to him. So I went to Queensland after I went back to Scooby Doo, and basically, skimmed over that whole thing and found cane toads.
Oh,
yeah,
very Queensland.
Very Queensland. It's fascinating. So yeah, in 1935, cane toads were deliberately introduced to Queensland from Hawaii. I didn't know they came from Hawaii. Deliberately, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In case anyone didn't know, I thought this was like common knowledge, but whatever. Deliberately introduced in an unsuccessful attempt to reduce the number of French's cane and greyback cane beetles that were destroying the roots of sugarcane plants.
They wanted them to kill other insects.
Yeah, so they brought them in as like a pest control method for these beetles. Now, here's the thing about these beetles, right? They are a native species, to Australia. So they've introduced a foreign species to eradicate a native species because they wanted to produce cane and make money. That's all. Right. So they brought sugarcane to Australia. Well, I think that's actually I didn't figure this bit out. But basically, they started making money off of sugar. The beetles were eating the sugar stuff, ruining the crops, and so they're like, let's bring a beetle in. No, let's bring in the toad in.
Right.
Let's bring the toad in.
And now we've got this cane toad.
And now we've got this cane toad, which is literally
coming
that's real?
Down. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, as in there's too many cane toads
There's
now?
so many cane toads. Did you not know this? You're from Victoria.
It's okay. Victoria, sorry.
But did you know cane toads, so they started in Queensland and they have spread. They're such a fucking pest. And because they're so poisonous, they have these poison glands, right? Yeah. And so birds will eat them because they think it's like a yummy little snack. So all our native birds are dying off because then they die from the poison of the cane toad. Crocodiles, they can kill crocs. Like literally all our native species are being are dying. That's because fucked. Although they are kind of like figuring out ways to kill them now. So I've found out
you bring in the American bald-headed eagle
to
kill the cane toad.
To kill the cane toad.
And then you bring in like a jet plane or something to kill the eagle.
To kill the eagle.
Yeah.
Jet plane.
I don't know. And then you bring in like a grenade launcher to kill the jet plane.
Yeah. And then
where does it end?
Where does it end? But this was, so now some birds have actually adapted and they figured out that, my mate died because they ate this thing, and they've started flipping the cane toads over onto their bellies and like eating them like belly up.
Yuck.
So that they don't get the poison glands.
Oh my God.
So nature's adapting.
Yeah, right.
Let's just say that. But not fast enough because so many things have died.
Those birds went to university.
They did go to university.
Critical thinking.
The University of Life. The University of my old mate, Birdo over there died yesterday, and I don't want to die.
I now have a 3-year degree in not dying
like my friends. So I just thought that was just fucked that we, just wanted to make money. Again, corporate greed, humans just being greedy, little piggies, and wanting to make money off sugarcane. So they go to destroy a native species, this beetle, with an invasive one from elsewhere, and now the whole thing's fucked. Right. So again, being from Darwin, they have spread up to Darwin. The cane toads have spread almost as far south as Victoria, I think I last read. Like I saw an article recently that said that. So yay.
It's too cold for them down there or something. Maybe that's why
like you would think, but like then they're adapting as well. So I found this funny fact. The toads on the western frontier of their advance have evolved larger legs, which is thought to be related to their ability to travel farther.
Wow.
As a consequence of this is funny. As a consequence of their longer legs, larger bodies, and faster movement, about 10% of the leading edge cane toads have also developed arthritis.
Oh, these old little sad freaks.
Yeah. They're like, I can go so far, but I feel so much pain.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of sad.
How funny. I know. But the thing is as well, they are just like an animal as well. But
the thing is, it doesn't matter. You're like, fucking shoot them all, let God sort it out.
Yeah. And here's the thing, right? So anyone in Northern Australia fucking hates cane toads. It's a fact. If you see a cane toad on the road, you run it over. Also, just colloquially, they will, if you run them over in the car, sometimes they will deliberately vomit up their guts to make it seem like they're dead. And because you'll go check, and then they swallow their guts and hop off after you're gone.
That is horrible. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I've witnessed this with my own fucking 2 eyes. I was like, when I first got my L's, when I first started driving, I had my first, what I thought was my first cane toad kill. And then it just swallowed its guts up and fucking hopped off.
That is so horrible.
Yeah.
To
and
fake
they're
death.
they're huge as well. They're so fucking fat. It's disgusting.
Imagine just being able to get all of your insides outside. Like that, just because you feel like it.
Just because you feel like it.
Nature is disgusting.
It's so
we don't need all this.
We don't need all of it. No.
Are they also eating our crops? Because I reckon they are.
Yep. And we don't need them in Australia. It's such a pest.
Let's rabbit-proof fence these cunts.
They've tried. Novel uses. People have been making purses from cane toads.
Oh yeah.
I just thought I would show you this little picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, that looks like a flattened octopus.
Yeah.
That's been like sucked of all the moisture.
Yeah.
I hate that.
How funny is it?
Why is it so brown? It does kind
of
look
like
that's
what they look like. The color hasn't changed much
Oh
from
wow.
Yeah.
Not very lively, are they?
No, they're pretty uggo. Yeah.
Purses. So do you hold the legs together like a handle?
I guess you
How does
would.
that work?
I don't know. This one looks like a coin purse.
Yeah, it does.
I'll put a photo up again on the thing just in case anyone wants to go check it out. You gotta
open its mouth, get your coins out.
Yeah. So yeah, because their skin can be made into leather and stuff. And what else are some funny things? So when I was a teenager, we would go out and deliberately hunt cane toads.
With what?
Sticks, usually.
Oh.
Yeah. I have poked cane toads to death.
As in stabbed?
As in stabbed, yeah.
I say poke because I'm just a girl and I would never hurt
They were actually a Facebook friend and we just kept poking.
And then he stopped poking one day because he died.
Yeah, like, you'd just be out at night, see one and grab a stick and kill it. But people have, like, in Australian states where cane toad is common, this is from the Wikipedia page, some quote-unquote sports have been developed, such as cane toad golf and cane toad cricket, where cane toads are used as balls.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Queensland, right?
Queensland, Darwin as well.
Darwin, yeah.
Yep. Townsville holds an annual Toad Day Out.
Oh, my God.
Where the community learn about and catch cane toads with prizes for the largest toad caught.
I can't believe all this exists just from them trying to get rid of some beetles in Queensland.
Yeah, literally. And now there's, whole sports around it. So I just wanted to say, not just me that's cruel to the cane toads. Animal rights organizations do, go, so cruel. And they suggest that you just catch them and then freeze them so they die humanely.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
They just fall asleep and they just get really cold.
What, do you put them in the freezer?
Yeah, put them in the freezer and then you chuck them in the bin. And you have to put them in the bin on bin day because they stink very quickly.
My God.
Yeah.
Can they just, it feels like the kind of thing that if you freeze them and then thaw them, they'll just come back to life? Or is that really short-sighted of me?
No, they are definitely dead if they're fully frozen.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess if a human fully freezes, they're not. But also, what's cryogenically freezing?
What is?
I don't know.
I know. But if any animal could survive it, it would be the cane toad.
Yeah, little pests, yeah.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's funny.
I'm dumb.
You're not dumb. You just have never lived in Queensland. It's fine.
I don't understand how freezing works. I'm like, I've been cold before and then I was warm and I'm still alive, aren't I? And like, I should look up what cryo is and I don't.
Wow.
I hate learning.
You could very easily be Walt Disney who went to get frozen or is frozen.
Is maybe still?
Is still? We don't know.
That also felt like an urban legend to me.
Yeah.
Who gets frozen?
It feels like a myth. It might not have actually happened, but who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, anyway. And then there was a Tui's beer commercial as well. It was controversial because it showed people from New South Wales standing at the Queensland-New South Wales border with golf clubs and lights, attracting cane toads just so they could hit them back across the border with golf clubs. Oh my God.
This is literally the Whacking Day episode of The Simpsons.
Yes. That's yeah. And then it's also referenced, cane toads are referenced in the Australia episode of The Simpsons as well.
I pictured that actually when you said that before because doesn't Homer accidentally bring one back to the States?
Does
or something
he?
like that?
I forget. Well, they're from Hawaii anyway. But maybe not mainland America. But yeah, anyway, I just fascinating stuff.
Isn't it?
And then I also, just to finish, I just wanted to end on dumb little Queenslanders because they're so cane toads are like just known to be part of Queensland. Their state rugby team in the state of origin. They're the toads. They're the cane toads.
Oh, yuck.
Yep. New South Wales is the
Why?
cockroaches, so equally as bad. But like, yeah,
I hate that.
yeah.
I hate that a lot. That's like the King's Cross rugby team being called the Stabs or something
Yes,
like that.
exactly.
Don't name it after our worst thing.
Thank you. Oh, that's what I fucking thought because and it's also known. Cane toad is also a colloquial term for an inhabitant of Queensland.
Oh.
So like, if you just live in Queensland, someone could call you a cane toad, not as a slur.
I've never heard that before. Not as a slur.
Not as a slur. Do you know? Anyway.
That's huge.
So I was just like, so weird of Queenslanders to be proud of that. Like I wouldn't, I live in New South Wales now. I would not call myself a cockroach just because I live here.
No, God, no. But also you can't keep a Queenslander down.
No, you can't.
They've got that Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah.
That thing that Tony Abbott has where you think you're really smart, but you're so dumb that you can't realize you're not smart.
Realize, yeah.
Sorry, Queensland.
I wish that were me.
cane toad freaks.
Ignorance truly is bliss. They are cane toad freaks. So yeah, that was the end of my search.
Amazing. Yeah. I was trying really hard to get myself back to Scooby Doo somehow.
Oh. You could you can just go back.
Oh yeah.
You can just
The back button exists.
You can just go back.
I mean, I probably could have gotten there because I was on Robert Menzies anyway, and I'm sure if I get to Australia or Queensland, I'll get to like screen
film
in
industry,
Queensland.
yeah.
But I mean, the last thing I learned about Robert Menzies was that, like, I fully expected because he was the head of the Liberal Party, and they don't have, the greatest track record, at least of people of our age bracket, probably think.
For us.
But they, I mean, this is before he was in the Liberal Party. He was the Attorney General, and he actually supported the strike on pig iron going over to Japan.
Yeah.
And what do they call him? He started to get this nickname.
Piggy iron. Piggy no iron.
You know what? That's better than what they came up with. He was known in the media as Pig Iron Bob.
Oh.
I know, which is kind of gross and weird, but also kind of fun and stupid. I don't know. Again, don't know what it is.
I like mine better. Piggy no iron.
I like yours too. The slogan of the strike was called "No scrap for the Jap."
No scrap for the Jap.
Yeah, which feels racist.
I think
don't know.
Jap is a slur now.
I think it is too.
And we've just said it.
Yeah.
In context.
In context.
Of
this was
history
1938.
and learning. This was
happened.
1938.
But on a good note,
Yeah.
the Delphram dispute of 1938, when they weren't sending the pig iron,
Yes.
the protesters ended up kind of joining forces with the Chinese, what's the word, like immigrant culture in Australia.
Yeah.
To they were on the same side about this.
Because we had a lot of people come over from China and Asia to do gold mining and stuff. I feel like back in like the gold rush.
Right.
Yeah, so we had quite a few. We had some immigrant communities.
Yeah. And so they were, I assume they were quite compartmentalized in the way that communities are when they come from another country sometimes, and they joined forces kind of mentally with the strike and the people who were involved in the strike.
Yeah.
And that is listed as one of the reasons why the White Australia policy in Australia was cut eventually.
Yay!
Yeah. So out of this horrible massacre in China,
wow,
we were a little bit better with our racism.
We progressed a little bit.
Yeah, better as in worse at racism. Does that make sense?
Yes. Worse at, not as good at being racist.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know.
But we are still very good at it today.
We're very good at it, but we used to be better.
Yeah.
Now
Take
we're worse.
me back.
Back in the good old days.
Oh my God. Wow.
So,
that's
it's a nice
excellent.
little positive thing.
Yeah.
Were there any people of colour in the Scooby Doo movie? I don't think so.
Yeah, not that I can, do we count Scooby?
Yeah, the dog's brown.
He is brown.
What is he, a Great Dane? That's the Anglo-Saxon
He's a Great Dane.
dog,
yeah.
isn't it?
He's a very white.
Yeah, culturally it's a white dog.
Yeah. Scrappy Doo. He's got short king energy. Not even short king energy. He's got like angry little short man.
Yeah. He's got
small dog syndrome, literally.
Small dog syndrome.
Yeah.
The way that dog staunches around. There's a guy at my gym that does that, who's very like short king energy.
But not a king, but like angry. Short and angry.
Short and angry. It's a Lord Farquaad energy.
Yeah. Which is fun to observe from a distance.
I thought you were going to say, which is fine.
No, it's fun to observe from a distance, but don't engage with me whatsoever.
You fucking white devil short cunts. These men.
Yeah, white specifically. Anyone else, short, tall, whatever, approach me.
Done. I will. Thank you, Aisha.
As a tall white man. Wow. John Glover, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, this was
silly.
so fun and silly.
Yes.
And we learned so much.
We learned so much. I think I learned more today than I have in probably the last 6-9 months.
Yay. Yeah. I'm glad. We'll come back on if you ever need to learn anything ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. I mean, look, this podcast also does raise questions. I'm still thinking about morphine being used as a treatment rather than just a painkiller, but maybe I'll have to satiate that later. And
I'd like to watch this James Gunn non-porn.
Non-porn. And I'm going to go watch Super with Rainn Wilson.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah,
we should do that tonight.
Yeah. Okay. We've got some homework. Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you want to plug? You do improv quite a bit. You've, of course, got your Microsoft Orifice show at the Sydney Fringe.
That's right. I believe I'm doing a few improv shows probably between now and the end of the year with Osher Ginsberg and his show NTNN, which is a satirical news platform show.
And can you tell me what the full what NTN...
No,
what
I cannot.
NTNN?
Osher knows it. I think he's the only person that can say it. It's Nighttime National News Nightly News or something like that.
Okay. A lot of news and nightly and network and nighttime and
it repeats a lot of the same crap. But he's doing some live shows kind of here and there.
He's doing some more because I saw he was doing them for the comedy festivals earlier this year. Yes. But he's doing more again.
Yeah, I was in a few of those and then he's kind of sporadically doing them. So
keep an eye out. That was so fun. I saw you in one down in Melbourne. It was awesome.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, well, I saw you after it, but that's fine.
I don't remember. I was doing a lot of
I know you were doing a lot. I know you were so busy.
I saw you so many times.
It's true. It's true. Yes. Anything else? Anything else you want to plug?
Oh, I don't think
Improv.
So. That's
Fringe shows.
Improv, fringe shows.
Yeah, please go follow John. I'll drop his Instagram and other follow handles in the show notes.
I'll do anything for followers except post content.
Except post content.
I can't be bothered.
Damn. Yeah, that's a real struggle for me at the moment. I'm working on it. Please go follow us. I, of course, have been your host. I didn't even say my name at the start of the episode.
Oh my God,
I always do this every time. No, actually I did. I said Clickipedia with Tori Crisp.
It's in the name of the podcast.
It's in the name of the podcast. I am, of course, Tori Crisp, and you can follow me and Clickipedia again in the show notes, clickipediapod@gmail.com if you've had any thoughts or if you can fact check. What do we want to fact check?
Oh, God, I can't remember.
Anyway, you've listened to it, so go fact check us, send us an email.
It was 20 minutes in or so, I don't know.
Clickipediapod everywhere you want to follow us. And yeah, full episodes also available on YouTube if you want to check it out. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
This has been so much fun.
Thank you.
I love you. I love this podcast. I love my listeners and watchers. I love my life. Barely. My life is okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. And I'll see you around the office. No. That was stupid.
No, I like it. It's good.
Okay, this has been Clickipedia. Thank you. Bye.